Super Cool Radio. Hello everyone, I am Matthew Thomas, and this is Super Cool Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in on the audio or video platform of your choice. I have a great show lined up. I'll be chatting with Roxanne Paris of Late Night Trouble coming up very soon. But before I bring on my guest, we're going to take a look at their music video for Backlash. Got a very cool wrestling theme to it, and I hope you guys enjoy. But please check out, stream, support, and give a like to Montreal-based rock band Late Night Trouble. Here is their music video for Backlash. Can hardly breathe, and life got you on your knees. You beat yourself up out of spite. You wish you had the guts to fight. Same old story every time. Find a place to run and hide. We're gonna find you, break you down. We're gonna chase you right out of this town. We're gonna find you, break you down. Have a great guest with me for this episode, making her second appearance here on Super Cool Radio. Please welcome the vocalist for Montreal Canadian rock band Late Night Trouble, Roxanne Paris.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It's always a blast.
It definitely will be. I know a lot of big news for Late Night Trouble. You guys have the new EP, Lights Out. You got some great shows coming up. Plus, you've been added to a music festival. So much to discuss in this episode.
Yeah, I can't wait. There's so much happening.
Definitely there is. Before I get to all of that I just talked about. So for Late Night Trouble, you guys got a new drummer that is Pierre. So how did you find Pierre, and how do you become a member?
By the magic of Facebook. Oh my God, we made an ad on Facebook. We were seeking for a new drummer, and a bunch of people reached out to us. Some were really good, but was not a fit. Some other ones was not we're not like at the biggest level ever, but wasn't fitting in the style that we were looking for the future. But a bunch of people reached out, and we're really, really grateful for everyone who write back to us. Thank you so much. I wanted to mention it. And yes, we made some auditions, and Pierre was like a super fit for us. He's a great drummer, a good person. He just blends so well with us. He's funny. He's super good. And yeah, he catch everything up so quick. We have our first show from May 6th in Ottawa, in Canada, and he already knows all the songs. He pick it up like in not even 2 weeks. He's like a sponge. He learned everything so quick, and I'm just really, really, really happy that we found Pierre, and we want to welcome him with arms open to the LNT family, because everyone that's part of it is part of the family. Even the fans, even everybody who's following Matthew, you're part of the LNT.
All right. Yes. I really appreciate it. And it's also the power of the internet. You're able to find a good drummer that's a great fit for you guys as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy, because when you go back a couple years ago, not a couple years, but maybe I feel old, like just saying that, because I'm not that old, but just think about like 15 years ago, you wouldn't think that you will find the drummer like just on an ad on Facebook. Facebook was not that big. I think it became like bigger in 2008, 2007. And yeah, just by the power of it, we started chatting on Messenger, got on a call, did an interview. That was crazy, because at first we were like, okay, we have to find someone quick because we have a tour coming for the upcoming EP. Like, I'm sure we will be able to find someone, but maybe we will have to find someone that just like come and pick it up for the sets for the tour. Not our official drummer, but was such a perfect fit. We talked to him on the phone for like 30 minutes before and said, okay, we have to meet. And yeah, just the chemistry was there for the first time. We met the second time and we said, okay, we're just going to think about it. And a couple of days after, and we make it official, because such a great fit. Yeah, we're really, really happy.
I'm very happy for you guys able to find a really good fit and a great drummer. And I think that's really awesome. Plus, as you said, you got some great shows coming up, so you're going to have a drummer in time. Plus, he already knows the song, so you guys are good to go.
Oh, yeah. And we're already building new ones with him already. And such great songs that's coming up. That's so cool. It goes so fast. It's crazy. Yeah, we can believe it. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. And, as you said, stuff does go really fast between, finding a drummer, getting the shows ready, releasing the EP. You guys have been extremely busy lately. So before we talk about the live shows and all that great stuff, so the new EP, Lights Out, is currently available on all the platforms and all that stuff. So how does it feel to actually release the EP?
Feels surreal, because when we think about it, we released our first single, Sex Drive, at the beginning of 2021. That's not even the beginning, was in April 2021. So almost a year after we're releasing our first EP. So at the same time, I was thinking of like, been a long time, but when you look at the big pictures and you look at the dates, it's like, it's only a year that fast. And oh my God, we feel so good. The response has been so good lately. Yeah, it just came out on April 29. You already heard 4 songs of the EP. Our single is Sex Drive, Diamond in the Rough. You heard Scream My Name, Backlash, but there's a new one that you might hear right now that's called Fire Track. And we didn't release it as a single, but we wanted to like put a new song that you didn't heard before on the EP, something extra. And for the people only available on physical copy of the album, you will have all the song of the EP, the 5 song as a live session that we recorded too. Only available as a physical copy if you want it. It's not gonna be out on any streaming platform. So get your physical copy. You're gonna have a little something more. We thought it was important of giving like a little gift to the fans, the family, and everyone that was there from the beginning. And we're coming right now. We're welcoming you with arms open.
I think that's really awesome. I know that I know CDs have kind of been in decline lately with everything, and even vinyl overtaking CDs at some point. But giving a little extra that you can't find anywhere else is a really great incentive. That's why people should buy the physical copies. You get cool stuff like that.
And I've been asked so many times since the release of our first single, Tech Drive, when are you gonna have like physical copy? I wasn't sure if people were still into those, but people wanted like a souvenir. They wanted something that they can grab in their hands. They still put it in their car too. They like the old stuff. I don't know if it's still maybe less in other genre, but I think in rock, most of the fans still love to be there for the bands and buy physical copies because we've been asked so many times about it. So we said, okay, we're going to do a batch of CDs, and this is going to be the batch. We'll see if we're going to do more, but for the moment, it's going to be kind of a limited edition. And we're still having to, because it just came out, we have a limited edition of Lights Out t-shirt too, only available right now, only one batch, limited edition. So if you want to get it, it looks pretty rad. You can order it worldwide on our website, on latenightshow.com.
I'm going to drop that link in the description of this podcast. Make sure to check it out. Please support you guys. Get some really cool merch as well. For me, I drive a 2003 car, so all it has is a CD player. So that is why I have such a huge CD collection.
I have a 2014 car, and I still put CDs on it. I still have CD on my car. Even if I put my Spotify, sometimes you don't know you're in an area or doesn't have any Wi-Fi or anything. The internet doesn't come in. I have CD in my trunk. Just put one of my favorite CDs. Yeah, I still love it.
Yeah, that's mainly how I consume music is through CDs, especially if I'm driving long periods of time. I know it is a little bit of a task to try to switch out CDs while driving on the highway. I don't recommend it, and I'm not going to say if I did that or not, but it is a bit of a challenge if I were to do that.
Just like put it up when you go, put it some gas. You know, the gas is so expensive right now. I don't know in your area, but for us, it's free right now. But just go to the gas station, just pull up at the corner of the street or anything or everything. Just put up a good CD, one of your favorite bands, and just like rock the fuck out. Still the way to do it. Yeah, you should still buy CD. I think less and less people buy some because the more they consume it on the internet, on streaming platform, but it's not the same thing. You don't have something that you can grab in your hand, like a souvenir. And if you don't have access to the internet, what are you going to do? It's not working. You don't have any music. Sometimes the radio even doesn't work. Any station come up. If you're in the woods or anything, sometimes it doesn't work. Why don't you grab an all good form of physical CD? Thank you so much. Yeah. And for everyone, not even just selling my stuff, I think it's still important. Yeah, I still love it. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know. Maybe people will say that, but who cares? I'm old school in that way.
Well, CDs rock, so that's all I got. Well, it's funny. Quick joke that I had. So I was talking to one of my podcasting friends, Brian, from Concerts That Made Us podcast. We were talking about the gas prices and, unfortunately, the price of gas prices. But I was talking about it in the form of gallons because I live in the U.S. and he is talking in the forms of liters because he lives in Ireland. He said, what's like the conversion? Like, how do you do that if you were doing gallons to liters? And I go, well, it's like buying liters except you're just buying gallons.
But oh my God, I don't know how to do the translation between the gallons and the liter. But
I don't either.
It's the same. I don't know, but it's $1.90 a liter for us. So usually it costs me about $60 to fill my full tank of gas. But now I put $50 and I have like half of it.
It's not fun.
And we're going on tour, yeah. Let's go, guys. No worries. I don't mind just saying. Oh,
and this is why you have to support bands on tour, because of the gas prices and all the stuff that goes along with being on tour. So that's why supporting bands is super important, especially if they're coming to a city near you.
Exactly. I agree with this message.
That's right. It's been a PSA from SCR. But since we are talking about live shows, you guys got some great shows coming up at the beginning of May. How does it feel to be going on tour?
Feels amazing after these 2 years of not touring, just doing a little show every now and then. Feels so good to have like a bunch of shows coming and just hitting the road, go somewhere else, see new people, meet old friends, meet new ones. Oh my God, I can't wait just to hit the stage. And you know my favorite part, I love being on stage, but I love meeting with people before the show and after the show. It's like kind of a reward. It is. And I just love to talk with the people and learn about them. Can't wait to hit the road with a new drummer too. I think it's going to be a fun one because are some pretty funny jokes. So I think it's going to be pretty fun on the road too. And Sebastian is just like a big buffoon. Alex, our bassist too. So it's just going to be so much fun. And we're hitting the road and we're going to play with so many cool bands that we invited to play with us on the tour. And it's different ones for almost every show too. So new people to discover, new songs from us too that you never heard before, new drummer, a bunch of new things, new EP, new merch. Everything is new except me. No worries. Alex is still there, Sebastian is still there, I'm still there, but so many new things, so many cool things. We can't wait to hit the road, even with the price of gas. But no, just for real, we're feeling so blessed that we can actually do this. You know, like we don't think that it's gonna be again like in 2 weeks. Okay, everything is gonna close. Like we're almost the third now, so in 3 days we're gonna be in Ottawa, and after that in Montreal the 7th to release our big EP release party. If you're from the area, or if you want to make the drive, this one isn't. You don't have. If you can come, don't miss it because I'm making it like a huge party. It's not because I say party just for fun. No, it's gonna be a party. My birthday is on April 29. It's been 2 years that I couldn't see people that I love, like most people, and I want to make this. I'm sorry about it, but fucking huge party. It's gonna be fun for everybody. I want everybody to have fun. I want everyone to enjoy it.
Well, that's the proper attitude to have, especially when you're having an EP release party. You know, you're putting the emphasis on the party, and that is awesome.
Yeah, and I think there's still a way to do a party without like breaking stuff or anything, or people like barfing everywhere because everybody is too drunk or anything. You know, the old rock and roll style, we're more like, we still love to have fun like we talked last time, but you can do it like in a proper way, not being like an asshole about it. Just have fun. Yeah, you can drink and everything, but just don't fight. Just be there and have fun. That's why we're advertising as a rock and roll 100% fun party. Just be there, have fun. We don't want any shit. If you want to fight or anything, it's not our problem. Just go outside, make it happen, but it's not the kind of advertisement of a party that we want. It's not the kind of people we want to be around either.
Just make sure to party responsibly and take your fights outside.
Is it a PSA kind of show tonight? I don't know. I think so.
For anyone who hasn't seen Late Night Trouble live yet, what can they expect from a show outside of party and fights in the parking lot?
a lot of excitement. We give it all on stage. I'm like, in my case, I'm a bubble of energy. I jump everywhere. I love to interact with the people. Sometimes I'm even gonna go in the crowd, just gonna sing with people in the crowd. I love people. I make a lot of eye contacts, and I love to interact with people face to face because it's important. You're doing for your band, but you're doing it for the people at first. I think we're doing it for the right reason too. And what to expect, a lot of excitement, a lot of unexpected too. Sometimes we just like go crazy and sometimes shit happens. And I think you have to see us live to catch our energy, because I think you can hear it in the songs, but it's not the same like when we are on stage. We're so much, and we're energetic people. We give it all. We put our heart and soul on the stage. And yeah, people see us as person who, how can I say that? I'm just talking about me because a lot of people talk about my stage presence, that I really give it all and just rock, just having fun. I know I keep saying fun, but I think I just catch that it's the essence of the band. We don't do anything like too serious, even in our lyrics. We still love that kind of music, but I don't think it's the essence of Late Night Trouble. If you want to have a good time, dance the night away, bubble your head bang, I think it's the right show for you. And with the opening bands that we invited to play with us too, I think they fit the bill too, and you're gonna love them too. Go check them out. If you go on our website or on our even links on Facebook, I think it's really worth it to go check those bands out and follow them too.
Definitely, for sure. Definitely check out the links of this podcast as well. But for you, what is your favorite song to perform live?
Oh my God, that's a hard question. My favorite song. In terms of energy, I think it would be like Sex Drive, because when I do this song on stage, it's not my favorite to sing. It's a fun one, don't be messed up, but it's the first one that we released, so it's the one that I've been singing for the longest in Late Night Trouble. But the energy when we performing on stage, I think it's still like the song that people most related to, since I know a lot of people like the other single that we released, but there's something still special about Sex Drive, and I can feel the energy when I'm on stage when I'm performing this song. So for this one, I think it's my favorite because of the energy that's coming out of it. And if I'm talking about my favorite to sing, would be, you're not gonna hear it for the moment, you have to see it live because it's not recorded, but would be the song that's called Loaded Shotgun. It's a little bit special because it's really dynamic. Kind of a little bit of rappy verses too, kind of something that I really love to do. So it's something different that you never heard me do on our EP or single that's been released, but something that you can hear a little bit more on our live shows now with the upcoming songs. I don't know, something a little bit different too in Sebastian guitar playing. A little bit more of groovy sound. I cannot say exactly like Rage Against the Machine, but more in that kind of vibe. It's cool. I think everyone's gonna love it. So as the energy of the song you learn, I think it's gonna be Sex Drive on stage to answer your question, and Loaded Shotgun as like the singing part for me, because it's really different of everything else that I'm doing.
Loaded Shotgun sounds really awesome. I hopefully, once you get that guys recorded, or if I happen to see you guys live, I definitely look forward to hearing it, because it sounds cool. That little kind of style of what you were kind of alluding to sounds really awesome. And how was it like for you to kind of get more into like the kind of rap groove side of that? Like, was that a little bit of tough like transition to make, or was that pretty natural for you?
No, actually, it came really natural because we were just jamming when we when we We just like made that song happen. It was like just in the jam. We were playing with everyone, with our ex-drummer Yuri. We were in the woods in a cabin. We were just rehearsing in a cabin in the wood, and this song, that's a crazy story because my favorite song came out just of a jam. We were not even thinking about it like, okay, we have to do this song that way in the genre. No, we were just like having a good time, just a regular jam, just a little something, and lyrics came out of my mouth, just trying stuff, and the song built in that way. And I think it's something that really went naturally with me. I'm a big fan of Papa Roach. I just saw them on show, and I think they really do this. And the first band that I really, really loved when I was young was Linkin Park, and there's a lot of this. So I think naturally, not even thinking about it, I didn't thought I would do that kind of singing too. It just came out like that, and it's something that I think I'm pretty good at too. Sorry, I'm bubbling a little bit because I never asked myself this question before. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah. I think it just came out like naturally like that, and it's something like I think I went through naturally. Exactly. And it's something that I really, really enjoy to do. So I think we're gonna hear more, of it.
I really like that, and these are the questions I asked her on Super Cool Radio because I don't try to stick to the kind of typical interview questions. That's why I branch out with different questions like that, because it's Super Cool Radio. It has to be super cool.
And I love it because that's why it's working. It's interesting. You have good question, and it is different, and it's fun because gets you out of your comfort zone, in your bubble, because I didn't even know how to answer that question before, and makes me just like think about it, and I love that.
And the nice part about for me is I get to ask tough questions because I don't have to answer anything. It's pretty nice. But recording a cabin in the woods, that sounds like opening to a horror movie or like a slasher film.
Yeah, and even with the name of the song too, Loaded Shotgun, sounds like an horror movie. I'm a big horror movie fan. That works, but I don't want to be like the blonde girl that gets killed at first. Please, can I be like what's the name of it? Not the It Girl, but in the movies when the slasher, not the slasher girl. I cannot remember. There's a movie that they made about it. Final Girl.
Okay.
In the horror movie, there's always a final girl. I hope I'm that one in the movie. In Loaded Shotgun. No, I don't know.
See, now there's got to be a music video for Loaded Shotgun that's like horror movie based now.
That would be so dark with our branding, but that could be fun though.
See? Now you get cool ideas here on Super Cool Radio. That's how I work.
Oh, because it's super cool idea on Super Cool Radio.
That's right.
This nice t-shirt. Look at this nice t-shirt. I don't know. I know people who's just listening to the recording, they can see it, but go see on Super Cool Radio Facebook page and buy this t-shirt. It's super nice. I love it.
First time wearing this shirt for an interview. I just got it last night.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, it's currently up on the Super Cool Radio store, which that link is also in the description as well. Shirts are super comfy, and logo designed by me. So yeah.
Cool. Love it. Really, go buy one. Buy one, everyone. It's really cool.
Or buy two.
Yeah, buy 2, buy 3, buy 4, buy your whole family a t-shirt.
That's right. I got 6 logo options available. This is only 1. You got to see the other 6 or other 5 as well to make 6. So yeah.
Here you go. For the whole family, everyone can have a different one. Here you go. You sold like 5 t-shirts right there. Yay!
Hey, anything helps keep Super Cool Radio afloat. That is, that's the biggest thing. All right, so for Late Night Trouble, so you guys are going to be performing at Rock the Hub Music Festival coming up in June. How does it feel to be a part of that killer-looking music festival?
Oh my God! It's going to be crazy. I didn't want to say it's not June, though. It's July, but don't worry about
July?
it. Just want to I'm at the right place. Yeah, it's going to be on July 29th. Because everybody's going to be there in June, maybe there's going to be something fun to do in Truro and Nova Scotia, but there's not going to be any festival. I'm sorry, guys.
See, me being the host, I can get information wrong. You can correct me. So sorry. In July, Rock the Hub taking place. How does it feel to be added to that great festival?
That feels surreal because when we reach out to Rock the Hub at first, that's a crazy story. I think I'm going to tell it because I feel like it's surreal. They already have almost all their band lineup. There's 50 bands on the lineup this year. They already have 14 on 50 bands already confirmed. And usually they take bands to open at this festival from the area, not from any other cities or anything, like from a couple of hours of drive, like at farthest. So it's like, okay, there's already 14 to 15 bands. They said there's over like 30 or more bands in our genre that applied to. Like, that's so cool. They took the time to write back to me to tell me that most of the time people don't even reply to emails. So I was already happy with that. I was like, okay, no worries. Maybe it's going to happen, but maybe not. But that will be fun. A month after I received this email, good news. We have a place for you. Will you be willing to open for Rock the Hub Festival on that date with, at this time, I couldn't tell who it was because the festival lineup was not over there. It was like, you want to be on the lineup with Broken Love, like The Wild, Saint Sonia, Monster Truck. I was like, are you willing to do it? They asked us because we came from far, because we have this budget and everything. That's the bad news. The budget was super good. Not talking about any money. It was like, the money is not an issue. For sure we want to play with those bands. Like, was reading the emails, like, is it a mistake? Is it the right one? Because you said you didn't put anyone out of the area to open, but it was real. You know, sometimes with the internet, you say, okay, you received some email. It's not even true or anything. So you have to double check. I did double check. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I yell at my own. I was like, am I really gonna play with Saint Insomnia, Monster Truck, Broken Love, all bands that I saw live that I was front row, but I'm gonna open for those bands? I couldn't even believe it. It was a crazy time. I jumped in my room. You can see I'm in my room right here. I was in front of my computer right there. As you see, you're like my screen, everyone. I was jumping and yelling. I'm so happy. I cannot wait. Even it's a 12-hour drive for us to go there. The trip is going to be so fun. We're going to stay all weekend, have the chance to play with all these great bands, meet all of them. We're going to stay all weekend because it's really important for us to support the other bands too. It's something that we do. As you, Matthew, you support a lot of bands. We love to discover new ones. We love to support them too. As a musician, I know not everybody is willing to do that. I think it's really, really important. I'm really grateful that you do this for us too. I wanted to point it. Thank you, Matthew, again. And that's real. We feel blessed. It's a surreal. It's surreal because some bands that I know I've been applying for a lot of years, and they came out to me and just write to me and was like, how did you get that gig? How did you? I was like, I don't know. I think it was just, I got lucky. It was fate. They saw something in us, I guess, because they gave us the chance. But for real, the only word that I have is blessed. We feel blessed about it. We couldn't believe it at first. It's crazy. Look at that cool lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, it definitely is. I was checking it out last night, except, outside of getting the month wrong. I was checking it out. I'm very happy you guys are going to be a part of it. It's going to be a really awesome experience for you guys, I hope. And it's really cool, especially seeing you guys with all those great bands that you mentioned. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Never went to like Nova Scotia or anything, and everybody said it's really, really beautiful there. So I can't wait to go see that side of the planet too. It's going to be a great trip too. Yeah,
definitely right on. I've heard cool things about Nova Scotia, so I hope you guys take in nice scenery. have a great weekend rocking out with all of those great bands. Sounds like it's going to be lots of fun. See that? Hey, fun. Lots to see. Fun is to be had everywhere, because that's the word we've been using a lot lately.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, I just thought about something really cool too. I don't know if you heard about the band The Lazy. The
No, I
Lazy. Do
haven't.
you know about them? They're really, really. You should go check them out. We actually worked on our song "Diamond in the Rough" and "Backlash." Those songs were co-written with Leon Harrison, of the singer and songwriter of The Lazies. And we didn't have the chance to meet in person since we did everything virtually per Zoom or everything like that. During the pandemic, we worked that way. And we're having the chance to meet Leon and the crew for the first time as musicians and not just fans, because we went to see them like live a couple years ago. And we didn't know each other at all. But they're going to play at Rock the Hub too. So the first time we're going to meet them is playing at the same festival. I just can't believe it's going to be fucked up, kind of, because it's been 2 years that we're talking to each other on the internet, and we're going to meet like miles and miles of driving away in the middle of somewhere in Nova Scotia. School. I love meeting new people like that. I think it's going to be cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I totally know what you know how you feel with like meeting people you've talked to, just text messages or phone calls. So actually getting to meet people like that, I've had that experience a few times. Like last year, talking to people and then seeing them at a show, or seeing them in person. It is an unreal experience, because you feel like you know the person, even though you've just seen them for like physically seen them for the first time.
Yeah, it just actually happened with a couple of people that on our last show in Quebec City. In Quebec, but Quebec City in Canada. And I meet a bunch of people that we're talking to just on Messenger, on Facebook for a year. Say, yeah, I'm going to come at your show. But, sometimes people say you're going to come, but they're not coming. But they actually showed up. And I was feeling so happy about it. And, yeah, meeting them in person for the same time, because I really felt like I knew this person, but never saw them in person. That's a weird feeling. Feels like you're just hugging the person, but meeting them for the first time, because you know that person, but you don't really know. That's weird, but it's so fun.
Yes, I do know what you mean. But no, it is really cool, and I know you're talking about the song Backlash. And you guys released a very fun-looking music video for Backlash. So how was it filming it, and how did you develop the wrestling idea?
Oh my God, that was so fun. But I don't know if you know about wrestling ring, but it's really bouncy. Yep. So for a drummer, it was kind of a tricky situation, because he has to play the drum, but just keep on bouncing all the way. But it was so cool. We all dressed up as wrestlers. We all have a little characters. We were playing ourselves as musicians, but at the same time, we were playing wrestler. That was cool. And the idea came out actually the first time that I met our bassist, Alex, was years and years ago, and we're going to go back in 2008. We met at wrestling training. We took wrestling course. The first time we met each other, Alex and I, we were doing wrestling. Yeah, I don't think we never talked about that before. Yeah,
no, we haven't.
2008. Yeah, so we did wrestling, entertainment as kind of WWE era wrestling, and was so fun. Alex did a bunch of shows. I did a few, took some course, and just years after, the same federation that we met each other there, we reached out to them because we thought Backlash, with their lyrics and the vibe, would fit very well with just the idea of years ago where we met for the first time. I think it was really significant. Okay, we're gonna reach out to them, see what they think about it, because there was something special for us about this place. If it was one, not this one, we would have found another, but that was our first choice. And the funny thing is that they were, when we, in 2008, they were in Montreal City, but now we move out in the North Shore, but we was not even aware about it, but the Federation moved out to the North Shore, and it was about 10 minutes from our place. Just 10 minutes. It was crazy. It's like they followed us. It was like kind of a meant to be situation. They say like, yes, for sure, it's go, come, yeah, for sure, you can take the ring. We have everything. We're gonna help you. Some people from that they are taking like the wrestling course like we used to in the time. They're gonna be part of the music video. So the person you see, the one with the tank top, that it's right, alpha male on it. If you see the video, is the owner of the Federation right now. Two other ones with the referee is like some people that take course there. So it's really everybody from this Federation. And the funny thing is, after we released this video, he asked us, okay, I really, really love the song. It really does work with the vibe of the Wrestling Federation, and we really love to use this song as our official theme song for the NCW Federation. So that's a crazy story. It's like, are you willing to do it? Do you want your song to be released as an official team song for the Federation? Like, yeah, it's kind of just like the world coming to a point and just like make it round and round and round from the physical point 14 years after. It's crazy thinking about it. And since then, just come pick it up and we catch up with old friends, new friends about wrestling. Been a couple of years that we didn't do some, but just another meant to be thing. That's crazy when you think about it 14 years after.
Yeah,
that's a funny story.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I know just the weird things you don't really think about, like right away, just like just the connections and like the connections you kind of reestablish, and like this works out so perfectly, and it wasn't like super planned to where it would work out that good, but it did. Sounds really cool. I didn't know you actually were taking wrestling courses as part of wrestling, so I think that's pretty cool. I used to be security for a wrestling federation here, so that's pretty cool.
Real?
Yeah.
That's so cool. So that's here. Oh, it's so nice. Another point that we didn't even know about each other. That's nice. And we're not exactly. We were not talking about like too much about it. We just said, okay, it would be cool with that kind of wrestling vibe as like a little bit of a fight, powerful vibe. This song could be cool with wrestling. And look what came out of it. It's crazy. Sometimes you just got to believe in fate. I'm not a super religious person, but sometimes faith just go your way and just got to believe, It's crazy.
Exactly. The universe just aligns so perfectly that things just come together so well that it's just cool. It's just cool how that happens. You call it fate, call it whatever, destiny, whatever. Call it whatever you want. It's cool when it happens. I can tell you that.
Exactly, because sometimes you have a bunch of shit happening, not fun stuff, but just in a matter of second, everything turns out to be okay, and some great stuff come at you. Like, we have to change our drummer in a fraction of seconds, but I think it's not that it was not good before, but it's a new era for Late Night Trouble right now, and I think we're going not in a different direction, but different. I'm calling it an era, because it's a new mission. It's an end of an era with the EP that was our first songs that we released as Late Night Trouble. So I think it's just the end of one era, beginning of a new one. Call it fate, call whatever you want, but I think it was meant to be.
I think so, especially for you guys, just watching you guys' progression from when Sex Drive was first released, a year ago to now. You guys have made a lot of progress. Obviously playing some great shows, having some great shows lined up already, new drummer, new EP, all of this stuff coming together very well for you guys.
Thank you. We're so happy about it. We just we're just looking forward to the future. We're still working really hard as we used to. We're keep going. We have a great response from everyone. We're feeling really grateful. We're there for you guys, and we're happy you're there too. We're gonna be there for you, and I hope you're still gonna be here for us too. Matthew, same thing for you.
I'm always here, no doubt. But we laid out a bunch of great stuff in the works for you guys, but what is kind of the plans for the rest of this year, 2022?
Do as much shows as we can cover around the city, the world. For us, it's more difficult at the moment with still the current situation. If everything is calming down, it's more difficult for us to travel overseas or even to the US. So we're trying to do a bunch of shows here, work on new material. We're working on some at the moment. The EP just released, but we've been working on new song for you guys too. The goal this year is cover as much ground as we can. And who knows, maybe we will have the chance to open for a bigger band. That would be like, it's really like the point that we're focusing. Sorry, I don't know how to say the word exactly. Focusing. Yeah, okay, perfect. I wasn't sure I was saying that right. I'm a French Canadian for everybody that didn't know with my accent. But yeah, we're gonna reach a bunch of people, and we really love to open for bigger bands. I think we're ready for it, and we'll see what the world brings us. But the goal is do much show, release a bunch of great songs, to go maybe record more, and we don't know, maybe full 8 album next year. We'll see what's coming our way. But working, shows, 80th city, come see us. That's the plan for this year. Music tour, the usual.
Sounds like you guys got your work cut out for you with all the great stuff you have lined up, plus whatever else the universe brings to you or whatever else you guys get from the universe. I think you got a lot of great things ahead of you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that you say that. We're really hardworking people, and we're trying to focus on the positive vibe of it, trying to be as close to the people as we can. I think it's really important, because without you guys, we're nothing. You know, we could play good music, okay music, great music, so music, if the fans, the family, all the people around us are not there, we're nothing. So thank you everyone again, and I hope you're still gonna follow us down the road, because we will.
I couldn't say any better myself, because I know that not only applies to the bands, it applies to my podcast and pretty much everything that has an audience and fans. That is a great way of looking at it, because it is the fans that drive whatever kind of music, podcast, whatever. It's the fans that drive it.
Yeah, exactly. Because without them, what are you?
Exactly.
We're just like people doing music, they're talking to themselves. We're looking like people who are talking to themselves. Is nobody is there to hear our voice? Yeah, it's true.
I could just be in my basement talking to you and no one else, and that wouldn't be very fun.
He's like just singing in a microphone in front of nobody, or just releasing music that nobody's gonna hear or even want to listen. So I think we're lucky in that way. People are following us, and we have to be grateful about it. I think it's gonna be my new mantra. Without them, we're nothing. I don't know. I think it's cool. Never thought about that.
I think it is. I think and it's a good way of looking at it, and it's also the absolute truth.
But still, we're hardworking people. It's not coming from anywhere too. I know you work a lot with your podcast, behind the scenes, on the artwork, the promotion. I know the work you do, and good job, dude, for real. Matthew, I see you. And I know it's not everybody that sees it because it's a bunch of work what you do. Behind the scene, the editing, the blah, 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 podcast, etc. and etc. There's so many little details that nobody can see behind the scenes. But I feel you. And again, thank you for doing all those things. I think people don't say it often. It's important. It's a lot of work, and it's appreciated.
Well, and I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Thank you so much for the kind words. It means a lot to me, and I'm glad you're seeing everything that not only I'm doing, but I'm also seeing everything, all the great stuff you guys are doing too. So that's why we're having a really great conversation and a great interview, because we both recognize how hard we work to not only please our audience, but do cool things that draw attention to not only the music scene, but also really great stuff that's happening.
Exactly, by staying relevant too. Sometimes it's difficult to stay relevant because everybody changes in a matter of seconds now. Something's happening, something is not, something new is popping out, something like it's not existing anymore. So you have to be really aware of everything all the time. You have to be present and super focused. And that's all in your honor. That's all in our honors, everyone that's watching, because it's a crazy world that we're living in right now, but we're still managing to do all these great things. So that's good for us.
Exactly. And again, couldn't say anything better myself. It is a crazy world, but hey, we're managing, we're striving, and we're doing things.
That's all you got to do. Stay positive and do stuff.
That's right.
What else can you do? What else can you do? Cry and go into your blanket? I know it's not. Sometimes you do that. It's not always easy, It's not like you don't have the right to do that. I completely understand if you have to do it. But sometimes you just got to try to make it work. It's not an easy thing, but if you don't continue, what else can you do? I don't know. Just gonna try at least to do something. Try.
That's all you can do with the given state. And again, I really appreciate having you on my show. Real great time interviewing you. I do wish you the best of luck with all the shows, music festival, merch, all that stuff. Best of luck with all that. Hope you sell out all the merch and shows.
Thank you so much. Thank you again for having us. We'll talk to Matthew. And I hope you got a lot of YouTubes. Don't forget to go grab a SCR shirt because they're looking really right, the new ones, but the older ones too that are not really old. Merch is really, really, really nice. So go grab them if you want to encourage us to. How it works right now with the venues, that's costing a lot to book and everything. I think most of the bands are doing the money with the merch. So if you want to buy a t-shirt, a CD, or anything from any band, that would be really, really, really appreciated. And I think everybody's going to be really, really grateful about it. The bands and everyone that's helping Super Cool Radio. Just grab a little something that would help us a lot. That's all.
Definitely. Please check out Stream Support, give a like to Late Night Trouble. Check out the links in the description. If you're in the area, make sure to see them live, buy some merch. Give them some gas money to get to the next place because, as we said, it is freaking expensive. But please check out Stream Support. Give a like to Late Night Trouble. Roxanne Paris, thank you so much for hanging out with me for this episode.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Such a great time as usual. Great conversation, great people, and thank you. Can't wait to talk to you again soon. And thank you for everyone who has been listening too. Thank you. For sure. I definitely look forward to chatting with you again and all the great stuff you have in the works as well. But, of course, it is me. It is the host of Super Cool Radio, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. And remember, stay frosty.